What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be talking about the top 5 things that you lose when you're in a toxic relationship with a narcissist. The 5 things that you lose or miss out on. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Yep. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Yes, y'all. So I've said this before. I say this in a lot of my videos. Y'all know I try to help as many people as I can that are in toxic relationships or outside of toxic relationships. I have a support group called the Mental Healers. You can find that at courses.mentalhealness.net. We just do group coaching and things of that nature to help as many people as possible, to help them deal with and get out of toxic narcissistic relationships, right? But I tell people that there is a cost associated with being in a toxic relationship, right? There is absolutely a cost that is it's going to cost you to be in this relationship. I know a lot of people don't like when I say that, but it's absolutely the truth. Like, it's going to cost you. And not just like I said, when people hear the word cost, you automatically associate it with money. Yeah, it could cost you that. We're going to tackle that later, but it can be deeper than that. It can be bigger than that. It can always be more than just money. It can be a lot of different things. So the cost associated, we're gonna go into the top 5 things. There are more things, of course. There are more things that you can lose, that you stand to lose when you're in a toxic relationship, right? Or when you're dealing with a toxic narcissistic person. There's more than 5 things. So if I missed something, drop it in the comment section. If you feel like you lost something outside of this list, drop it in the comment section. That's what we're here for. Like, seriously, y'all. But yeah. The first thing that I put down is no particular order, no magnitude, or there's no magnitude to this. No, it's not weighted. It's not a weighted list. But the first thing I put down was your career. Your career. You can miss out on the career or the job of your dreams, your dream job, your career, and whatnot, for it to be in this toxic narcissistic relationship. Like, so many people are willing to sacrifice their own dream job, their own career, their own dream job, their own career and whatnot, to be with this toxic narcissistic person, right? They would sacrifice so much, and I hear it, y'all. It's just like, I say, I could have been a doctor or whatnot. You know what I mean? Within this career field, you can also include education as well. This is kind of like the subfield of it. But so many people are just like, I had a dream, I had my dream job set up, but my partner didn't like my boss. My partner didn't like the fact that I worked around all men or all women, and I just gave that job up for them. And now I've been doing this job that I hate for so long, or I don't have a job at all, and I'm being financially controlled and abused by this person. Like, that dream job I'd have been so happy with, but I gave up on it, and now I'm with this toxic narcissist. Now only thing I have out of it is this narcissist or some kids, and then that narcissist has been cheating or lying to them or physically beating them up, or they've left. They left them with not a penny to their names, and that sucks so much when I'm talking to people. And you can feel the pain within them when they're telling their stories, when they're sharing their stories with me. You can feel the pain within them. Just like, damn, that sucks right there. Right? I can tell that it hurts. I can tell that it sucks when people when people are within this space dealing with this toxic narcissistic person. I can tell that it sucks. And I try to share that with as many people as possible. Like, hey, look, this toxic narcissistic person is going to cost you your career. They're going to cost you your job. And of course, I'm one of the believers that it's never too late to go back to school and get your education or try to get that job that you wanted, unless it's in a particular type of field, right? But it's never too late. But you don't want to waste too much time with this toxic narcissistic person, right? So it could cost you your career, could cost you your education. You might have dropped out of school to make this person feel better about themselves. Like, you don't need a bachelor's degree. You already got your associates. You think you smarter than me, think you better than me? You need to be home raising the kids. You gave up your pursuit of education, which, could drop your pursuit of a goal or a dream job, or, starting your own business or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a career. It could be just starting your own business. They didn't believe in you. They didn't help finance it. They chastised you. They talked you out of it. You know what I mean? They made you quit it. So it could absolutely cost you your career and your education. That's one of the big things that's associated with y'all. I'm just telling you. The next thing it could cost you is your life. Your life. It absolutely can cost you your life. And I know it sounds so bleak. I'm not just saying life overall. I'm not just saying like it's just your life, you wasting time. Yeah, you're gonna waste time. But these toxic narcissistic relationships, it could cost you your life. There are a lot of people out here who have that mindset of that if I can't have you, no one will. And like the longer you stay, the more that they feel that way. Now, can they feel that way early on? Yeah, they can feel that way early on. You hear stories all the time where you get these toxic, narcissistic, stalkery bastards out there that you've been knowing for 2 months and you went on one date with that stalked you for 2 years and tries to take your life. That happens, of course, but a lot of times it's tied to the amount of time you have in this relationship. It's kind of like there's damn near a correlation between time invested and ownership. Like as time increases in this relationship, so does the feeling that you belong to them. So they will try to take you out of here. If I can't have you, no one will. Even if they have someone else, and that's one of the things that blows my mind sometimes. That even if they have someone else, they still feel entitled to you, right? They still feel entitled to your mindset. They still feel entitled to whatever you have going on. They feel super entitled to you. They absolutely do. You know what I mean? So it's just like they will take you. It could cost you your life. You know, and I know people just like, well, Lee, I tried to leave. What if you do leave and they try to take you out of here? That happens. But sometimes you leave, you escape, and then you go back into it, and that's when they take you out of here. Because you try to leave again. Because now, like, if you leave and go back, now the narcissist, right, they have it in their head, they have it in their hearts and minds that you have the ability to leave them, right? They think that you're going to leave them. They're like, okay, this person's going to leave me. Like, they're going to leave me, so I'm not going to let them leave again. So, yeah, you might have left once and you might have survived. But if you try to leave again, that's when they come get you, right? If you try to leave again, that's when they take you up out of here. So it could absolutely cost you your life. Again, I'm not trying to be bleak. I'm just being real. So if you're out of it and if you've escaped the toxic relationship, right, and you think about going back into it and they put their hands around here, or they're threatening to harm you, or they're threatening to harm themselves, it could cost you your life. You know, so I know the trauma bond is strong, but the trauma bond could mean you not being able to break the trauma bond could mean that your kids grow without their parents. So think about that before you go back into it. There's something to think about. Like, damn, Lee was right. It could cost me my life. If I go back into it, it could cost me my existence. My kids might not have a mom or a dad anymore. Because if dad takes mom out of here and then dad goes to jail or takes himself out of here, or sometimes the dad will take the kids out of here too. The family annihilators exist. You know, the women do that too, y'all. Family annihilators can be women as well. What else do I have on this list? This is going to be kind of super specific, but it happens right here. The third thing it could cost you is your dream of having a family. You know, and this gears more like this can cost men the ability, the dream of having a family as well, because sometimes men feel like they might be too old to have kids. But this gears more towards women. I know technology is advancing and whatnot. Technology has advanced to the point where, you know, women are having kids later on in life in their 30s, 40s, maybe not 30s, in their 40s and 50s and whatnot. I've seen it happening. But it could cost you the ability to have kids or have that family that you dreamed of, because so many narcissistic people will waste your damn time. They'll waste the prime of your life, right? They'll waste your youth. They'll waste your time. They'll waste your effort, energy, and your ability. They'll keep promising to have that family. If you leave me, we're not going to have that family you dreamed of. And you'll be 41 years old, 42. You'd have been with this person for 14 years. You ain't had a kid yet. You ain't got married yet. Right? There's no marriage, no kids, no. There might be an engagement. You've been engaged for 2 decades now. You've been engaged for 10 years. What are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself that, like, okay, maybe I've been in here for 10 years, but, you know, this is going to be it right here. This is going to be the year right here. You know, what are you telling yourself? Like, they could absolutely waste the prime of your life, right? And I tell this to people, and it sucks when I tell this to people, y'all, because I've heard stories like this before. Like, one of the women I talked to, very recently, she's doing a lot better now, But she was sad as hell because she gave this person, she met this person when she was 35 years old. She felt like her biological clock was ticking, and they will prey on that. Some narcissistic people will tell you that your biological clock is ticking, and if you don't, I'm the best chance you're going to get. And he, I think he had a vasectomy too. He's like, I'm going to get that vasectomy reversed. 7-8 years later, he didn't do it. Left her. She was just broken. She was like, no. And he was like, I'm going to give you a baby. You gotta earn it. He's out here cheating, doing all kinds of craziness, and she was sad as hell. And those are some of the saddest people I talk to when they feel like they've gotten to an age where they wanted a family. They had a dream of a family. They had a dream of having kids or getting married or whatever. You get married at any age, but you can always adopt as well. There's always adoption. But some people want to have the natural birth. They want to have kids. They want to actually have the kids. For those who are able to. And they steal it from you. And then guess what happens when you get too old, when they feel like you're too old, they discard you for somebody younger, and they go start a family with somebody else. And that's going to break you. That's going to make you feel like you're not worth anything, and it can take you to a very dark place. So if you feel like you've been in this relationship dynamic with this person and you've invested a lot of time in here and it doesn't feel like it's moving forward to where you want to be, you might need to pack it up and dip out. Of course, be safe. It's possible when you do this, but ask yourself, it's been 5, 6, 7 years and we still haven't got to that point. When I ask them, they get angry. When I ask them, they said I haven't earned it. When I ask them, they say when the time is right. It's been 10 years. Yeah, when is the time going to be right? It's been 10 years. They done did everything that they wanted to do, but they can't give you what you, I'm just telling you that it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Even men feel this way. They're just like, man, I've been with this girl for 15 years. I've been with this guy for 15 years. It's like gender can be irrelevant here, y'all. And sexual orientation can be irrelevant as well. We've been together. We said we're going to adopt. It's been 10 years. We haven't adopted. We haven't got married. There's nothing going on. I want to start a family. I want to be able to, like a lot of men have this mindset where I want to be young enough to play baseball with my kids or basketball with my kids, to throw the bat, to throw the glove, throw the ball with the kids. And now you 45, 50, 65 years old and you ain't had a kid yet or whatnot because this person has strung you along for so long because they never actually wanted a family. They just strung you along and then they leave you. I'm telling you, y'all. Or sometimes they don't leave you. They just stay there and torture you. Yeah, it happens. It really does happen, y'all. The next thing it can cost you is your friends and family. It absolutely can cost you your friends and family. It can cost you your closest relationships. These are just some of the costs. It can absolutely cost you some of your relationships. The happiest, like your best friend for 10 years that you no longer talk to, you had to cut off because this person didn't like them. Or your best friend of 10 years cut you off because they didn't like your partner and they didn't like the fact that you're being abused. Both things could happen. This is one of the things where both things could happen and whatnot. So it's just in this space right here that you have to decide, and it makes you you haven't talked to your mom and dad in a long time because they don't like your mom and dad. Your mom and dad don't like them. They've isolated you. The only friend you have now, you had a bunch of friends and family, right? You had a bubbly personality. You were well liked, but now the only friend you have is this toxic, narcissistic bastard that don't want to hear you. That gets angry when they hear the sound of your voice. The sound of you breathing pisses them off. And now you with this person, and it'll cost you all your best friends, all your family members don't want to be around you no more, or you don't want to, or you've cut them off because the narcissistic person has isolated you or moved you across the country or moved you to a different country. This happens so much. So many people are lonely. Like I said, in my support group that I have, the mental healers, there are so many people in there who are in there just to make new friends. And some of them are meeting up with each other. They live close to each other. They live close by, which is super cool when they live close by each other. I'm like, damn. Now you have a friend, now you have a friend. That's cool. And it's like they are rebuilding friendships within the group. The mental healers, courses.mentalhealness.net. Check it out. Or link is in the description of every video and podcast that I do. But that happens. So many people give up their friends and families to be in these relationships. And so many people get cut off. Like your friends and family members cut you off because they don't want to hear about you getting abused anymore. They want to see you getting abused and used and cheated on and beat on. They want to see the kids getting hurt anymore. They worry about you. So they cut you off. They're like, I can't deal with it. So it could absolutely cost you your friends and it can cost you your friends and family members and whatnot like that. That's one of the things it can absolutely cost you. And I think people people don't see it like that. You know what I mean? They don't see it. you know, in this space right there with their friends and family members, because like 2-3 years go by, you know, and it's just like, and you don't realize it. And now within this same bubble of friends and family, this is going to be deeper. It could cost you your relationship with your kids. You know, it could absolutely cost you your relationship with your kids. Like your kids grow up and your kids might cut you off because you stayed in a toxic relationship. I've heard this story more times than I care to remember, y'all. Like, yeah, I knew I was in an abusive house. Their dad was abusive or the mom was abusive, and I didn't leave. And now the kids cut both of us off. Like the kids, the first thing that they did when they came of age is to cut both of us off. They don't talk to either of us anymore. And now I'm hurt. Now I'm in pain. Now this sucks. It happens so much, y'all. You know, it does happen so much. And I just tell people, it's just one of those things that becomes like kind of second place, kind of second nature in these toxic narcissistic relationships, y'all. And the last thing we'll talk about, y'all, that could cost you, of course, I mentioned it earlier, but it could absolutely cost you. It could cost you a lot of money. These relationships, it can absolutely cost the real cost, the cost of cost. The physical cost, the money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it can cost you your weight. It can cost you your physical health, your mental health, but it can also cost you your financial health. You know, all this is going to be, like I say, when I say finances, I mean, like I'm going to ball this up together with your physical health, your financial health as well. Because it could cost you your physical health. They don't like you going to the gym. They don't like you working out. They don't like you. They don't like you eating a certain type of thing, and they mentally manipulate you into not doing the things that you like. You might have been a gym rat when you met them, and now you done gained 75 pounds. You don't even recognize yourself in the mirror anymore. It could cost you that. It could cost your physical health and your financial health. Like it can make you quit. It make you, like I said, make you quit a job or not start a business. Or what I know I mentioned this earlier, but even getting divorced from this person, they might try to take you for everything. They might try to have you hemmed up in court for a long, extended period of time. Like there's a financial cost associated with it as well. Like there's a lot of people that are like, I spent 10, 20, 30, 40, $100,000 on this divorce and we're still going through it. They refuse to divorce me. They refuse to let me go. They refuse this. They refuse that. It's going to cost you mental, physical, financial health. I should have said, I know I said money at the beginning, but I meant to say health. But it's going to cost you all this health, your mental health, of course. That's why you're watching me. It's already cost you your mental health. That's why we're here right now. But the physical and financial health as well is going to cost you. There's so many costs that are associated with in these toxic relationships, giving your energy, giving your all to this type of person. You know, I just want y'all to win. Y'all know this. My goal at the end of the day is to help as many people win as possible, and that's what I'm here for. I know this video went on longer than I normally have them. You know, this is damn near 19 minutes. But if you made it this far, I'm super thankful for you that we rocked together this far. You know, I'm grateful for you. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and also follow my new channel. It's Lee.actions, LEE.A like actions. I'm moving my text message breakdowns. I'm gonna do reaction videos, and I'm also gonna do my voicemail reactions over on my new channel, Lee.actions. It'll be in the description as well, y'all. I'll see y'all there. Like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.